Have you ever heard a story? A story about a tiny butterfly. This butterfly flaps its delicate wings. Far away, a hurricane forms. Could it be true? Could something so small cause something so big? This idea is called the butterfly effect. It's a fascinating thought, isn't it? It suggests that our universe is deeply interconnected. Every tiny action might send ripples outwards. Ripples we cannot always see. Ripples that can change the world. Come with me. Let's explore this. The phrase butterfly effect sounds poetic. It captures the imagination. But where did it come from? It was born from the work of a meteorologist. His name was Edward Lorenz. In the 1960s, he was studying weather patterns. He used early computers to model the weather. One day, he reran a simulation. He rounded off a number slightly, just a tiny, tiny change, a fraction of a decimal point. What happened next astounded him. The new weather forecast was completely different, wildly different from the original. This tiny change in the starting conditions, it led to a vastly different outcome. Lorenz realized something profound. Predicting the future with perfect accuracy might be impossible. Is the butterfly effect real science? Or is it just a captivating story, a myth we like to tell ourselves? Scientists have a term for this. It's called sensitive dependence on initial conditions. It sounds complicated, I know, but the idea is simple. In many systems, small changes at the start, they can lead to enormous differences later on. This is not a guess. It is a proven mathematical property, a property of certain kinds of systems. Think about a game of pool. Imagine you strike the cue ball. The slightest change in angle, the tiniest shift in power, it can send the balls in wildly different directions. One tiny nudge, and the whole outcome of the break changes. This is sensitive dependence in action. Many natural systems behave this way. The weather, as Lorenz discovered, the stock market, even the orbits of planets over very long timescales. These are not easily predictable in detail. So yes, the butterfly effect is very real. It is a cornerstone of a field called chaos theory. Chaos theory doesn't mean complete randomness. It doesn't mean there are no rules. It means that even with fixed rules, even with deterministic laws of physics, the outcomes can be unpredictable. Let's look at nature, our beautiful, complex planet. Where can we see the butterfly effect at play? Consider an ecosystem, a forest perhaps, or a coral reef. Imagine removing one tiny species, a specific insect maybe, or a type of algae. It might seem insignificant at first, just one small piece of a giant puzzle. But that tiny change can cascade. It can ripple through the entire food web, affecting plants, other animals, and the health of the whole system. Think about a single raindrop. It falls on a mountainside. Where will it go? Its path depends on the tiniest details, the exact slope of the land, the texture of the soil, a small pebble in its way. These minuscule factors determine its journey. Will it join a tiny stream? Will that stream feed a mighty river? Will that river carve a canyon over millennia? The fate of that raindrop, and the landscape it shapes. It depends on these initial tiny conditions. Or consider the spread of a wildfire, a tiny spark, a discarded cigarette, a lightning strike in a dry forest. Under the right conditions, that spark can grow. It can become a raging inferno, devouring thousands of acres, changing the landscape for decades. The initial event was small, but its consequences can be enormous. Section 4. Turning points. History and our lives on a pinhead. The butterfly effect isn't just for butterflies or weather. It echoes through human history too. Think about it. A single decision by a leader. A chance encounter between two people. A forgotten invention rediscovered. These small events can act as hinge points. They can swing the doors of history wide open, sending events down unexpected paths. Entire civilizations can rise or fall based on seemingly minor occurrences. It's a powerful thought. Consider the story of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, his assassination in Sarajevo in 1914, a single act of violence by a young man. It was a spark in a powder keg. It triggered a chain reaction of alliances. Declarations of war followed. The world plunged into World War I, millions perished, empires crumbled. The map of the world was redrawn. Could anyone have predicted such a vast outcome from that one fateful event? History is full of such moments. And what about our own lives, our personal histories? Think back to a small choice you made, a decision that seemed unimportant at the time. Maybe you decided to take a different route home and you met your future partner. Section 5. The Cosmic Dance Chaos Theories Embrace. So how does this all tie together? The butterfly effect is a popular expression of a deeper scientific concept. That concept is chaos theory. Now, chaos sounds like a mess, doesn't it? Like pure disorder, complete randomness. But in science, chaos has a special meaning. It describes systems that are deterministic. They follow precise rules, yet their long-term behavior is inherently unpredictable because of that sensitive dependence on initial conditions. Imagine a double pendulum. A pendulum with another pendulum attached to its end. It's a simple physical system. You can write down the equations that govern its motion. But if you release it, its dance is wild. It's mesmerizingly complex and unpredictable. Change its starting position by an almost imperceptible amount, and its subsequent motion will be completely different. This is a hallmark of a chaotic system. Order and unpredictability, hand in hand. Chaos theory is found everywhere. In the dripping of a tap, the fluctuations of animal populations, the intricate patterns of snowflakes, the orbits of asteroids in our solar system. Section 6. Steering your own cosmos, tiny ripples, mighty tides. If the world is so sensitive, so chaotic, does that mean we are powerless? Just leaves tossed in the wind? Absolutely not. The butterfly effect and chaos theory, they also hold a message of empowerment. If small changes can have big effects, then our small intentional actions can also create big positive changes. We might not control the hurricane, but we can choose how we flap our own wings. We can nudge the world. Think about your daily life. What small actions can you take? A gesture of kindness to a stranger, conserving water or energy, learning something new each day, supporting a cause you believe in. These might seem like tiny drops in a vast ocean, but remember, oceans are made of drops. Your positive actions add up. They inspire others. They create ripples of good, ripples that can spread farther than you imagine. This is your power. The key is to act with intention, with awareness of our interconnectedness. We cannot predict the exact outcome of every action. The world is too complex for that. But we can choose our direction. We can aim for positive change. We can strive to be a force for good. Section 7. Our universe of possibilities. From chaos to concert. We've journeyed through the world of the butterfly effect, from its origins in weather prediction to its echoes in nature, history, and our lives. We've seen how it's a real scientific principle, a part of the fascinating field of chaos theory. It shows us a universe that is dynamic, interconnected, and exquisitely sensitive. Tiny whispers can indeed become mighty roars. Small actions can shape destinies. This is the universe we inhabit. Does this sensitivity make life feel more chaotic? Perhaps. It certainly means we can't predict everything. We can't control every outcome. There will always be surprises, unexpected turns in the road. But this unpredictability is also what makes life exciting. It's what allows for novelty, for creativity, for growth. If everything was perfectly predictable, life might be a bit dull, don't you think? The chaos has its own beauty, its own intricate dance. The message of the butterfly effect is twofold. It's a caution, yes. Small mistakes can have large consequences, but it's also an incredible invitation. An invitation to participate, to contribute, to make a difference. Our small, positive actions, our choices, our kindness, these are the butterfly wings we control. They can initiate ripples of positive change. They can help bring harmony from discord, order from apparent chaos.